Another season of Hammer Down Racing Series competition. I am Canute 907 getting set for the Xfinity Series opener here at Talladega Superspeedway. I am not competing this season. I will be running full-time in the Cup Series. So Visceral hopefully will be joining me shortly, hopefully. Just waiting to get the lobby started here for the Xfinity Series. So why don't I bring up the starting lineup here, or at least for those that qualified.
If you have a disability, it's free.
Just a moment, I will get the starting lineup brought up here. I have to go to the Facebook page by the looks of things. But yeah, this is the first race of the season. And the starting lineup looks a little something like this.
Give me the form.
Starting on pole is going to be Volt Shocker 88 in the number 22 Ford Mustang. Starting outside of him in row 1 is going to be S12 Tasker in the number 19 Toyota Joe Gibbs Racing. Lando Extendo is back for another season. He will be running the 68. And HDRS MF Brown will be starting outside of him in the number 16 machine. Pole time was 49.640 seconds with a fast lap speed of 192 miles an hour. 192.909 miles an hour to be exact. So it appears Visceral's in a different chat.
How do I know how much you made? Oh my god!
Let me send out a message to Visceral, letting him know he's in the wrong chat. All right. Titanic choosing Icy to win the race. That's a pretty solid pick there, Titanic. I am honestly going to have to lean more towards probably Lando to pick this to win this race today. He's come very close several times. He's a very, very good super speedway racer. He almost beat me for my super speedway win back in season 3 at Talladega. Another very strong pick to go with is Rye, otherwise known as THC. And I'm interested to see what the newcomers bring to the table. See how they're going to do. Oh, we are going. So let me join the booth here. Or let me join the race. All right, and they have already started, so I'm a couple laps behind apparently. But yes, the Food Lion 300, or Money Lion 300. Barry Incorporated has a driver in the 5 car. Lots of confidence. All right, so must be Twoon is running in the 5 car. Green flag is out, and looks like Volt has dropped back a little bit, so that puts the 5 of Playboy Icy out front, leading the number 9 machine and the number 1. Oh, sorry. So that's Stag running in the 8. Big Country driving the 21 machine tonight. Death Before Dishonor indeed in the 07. As he was trying to bring that lead pack up front. Now THC Drip Reverend up top. No. Rye's still stuck up top there. Now Big Country tries to go up and work with him. Now Rye trying to cut down to the bottom there in front of the 8 machine. Not going to happen. Lots of HDRS regulars up front right now. Bolt Shocker being the lone rookie up front, I guess. Tasker out back there in the number 19 machine. Working back there with, looks like the 13 of a biker. Who else is back there running with him? And the 98 of Mikey Danman Sr. 2. Lots of new names to learn. As this race gets moving along, back up front. Looks like the one... Yeah, the one of Filski has jumped up to the front of this pack. Got the 51 right behind him. Lando in third. And the 68. Icy in fourth. In the 5. And it looks like Jim Milton trying to work with him on the bottom as we have a run up top. Lando trying to go up to the top there to work with Death Before Dishonor. But no, it looks like that just broke up the draft a bit. That's right, 51 is Dark Knight. So now the field works back to single file racing. Now the 8 trying to make something work. That's Stag. As the top 6 are working together. Now Death Before Dishonor back there in 7th trying to catch back up. Oh, as Lando gets pushed up the track. Not entirely sure what happened there. But yeah, move Stag up into the 5th spot. And there's the 36 machine of Exotic Vision. Unfortunately, had lost the draft early and is now about to go a lap down. Visceral Killer in the 21 and Bolt Shocker in the 22. Excuse me, Big Country in the 21. So now Exotic Vision running up top there. As it looks like Stag used the 36 to get some drafting help to try and get alongside of the 9 machine of Jim Milton. Didn't happen this time. And there's Visceral Killer up front. Way out front trying to catch back up. Without the help of the draft, unfortunately. So for the first time ever in Xfinity Series history, they will be running 3 times tire wear. Oh, as the 9 is lagging. So caution is out for the first time. Not sure if I'm going to be able to find out exactly what happened. Twoon says, got my money on the 5. Icy. Lots of love for the number 5 machine. As we look at Icy here. He's running up in the top 5. Visceral Killer able to stay on the lead lap. And it looks like Exotic Vision will get his lap back. So we get set for the restart here. Lando is going to be starting out front for the restart here. Big push from behind from Dark Knight. He's got Jim Milton with him. The 22-volt shocker works down onto the bottom lane now from the top. So Filski will be drifting back. Rye trying to take a peek to the outside. That's 3 wide now. As these cars work to get up to full song, by the time they come out of turn 4, they will be back up to full speed. So my pick to win, Lando Extendo. Out front as they come out of turn 4, as Dark Knight works his way up to the top side there. Trying to get a little bit of help from Filski as well as Icy. And the top line is starting to drift back a little bit. Give it a few laps. If they hang on to it, they might be able to stick with it here. iShoot chiming in. Thank you for the view here, iShoot. Welcome to season 5. His pick is the 1 car. So Filski getting a little bit of love tonight. Biker and the 10 of Dunlap have now worked their way up into the top 5. Death Before Dishonor, they're running in 3rd. A little bit of side-by-side action a little bit further back in the pack. Oh, as Brown goes down below the yellow line. That's out of bounds there, buddy. Wonder if he tried to avoid a little bit of contact. But Volt Shocker starting to drift back towards the back of the pack. 19 machine back there as well. That's our third, I believe our 2nd place starter actually. A little bit of hard racing as the 16 trying to work his way up to the front, jockeying for position. He drifts up high. He lets Rye in the 08 by. There goes Visceral Killer and Volt Shocker down below him. He's going to fall right back in line. Pick up the draft. In the 98 machine, that's a newcomer this season. As it appears we have lost Exotic Vision. Not moving in the pits. I would imagine he would have come out of the pits by now, so unfortunately that's one less racer today. Taking a look back from Biker. Now looking forward as the Filski trying to go up to the top, trying to work with the 13 as well as the 8. Oh, a little bit of snip from the back there from the 8 machine. But yeah, it doesn't look like they have enough momentum or enough people to go with them at this time. And now Biker's going to be hung out to dry in the number 13 Knoxville Toyota Dealers Toyota. Big Country also seems to have lost the draft in the 21, the 19 back there as well. Mikey Danman Sr. in the 98. He unfortunately has lost the draft once again, but at least he's still pretty early here in the race as THC Rev, or THC Drip Rev, that's Rye, as we know him. He's leading the top pack. And unfortunately, guys are just dropping back one by one. It's Filski way up top there, trying to hang with the 51 of Dark Knight now. It's still Lando Extendo out front. Now the 9 of Jim Milton. Whoa, it's a 22-volt shocker. Gets into the wall. He's going to drift back and try and stick with the pack here. He's got Biker back there with him to help give him a push. Back out just outside of the top by the looks of things here. Let's around here. As cars continue to jockey through position. It's the 68 of 90 of Lando Extendo leading. Jim Milton with a solid push on the 68 of Lando Extendo. Let's cycle around. To the back view here as Jim trying to take a look. Oh, it's death before dishonor. Throwing a little bit of a block on Dunlap there. He had a bigger run apparently, but I think that may have hurt them in the long run as death before dishonor is trying to make his way up past the 68 of Lando. So now they're starting to fan out a little bit as the 08 of Rye trying to get a second line going, and now here comes Dark Knight up on the top side. Whoa, he got a little blocked a little bit. All right, so that's the end of the stage. So Lando is going to pick up the stage win. Lando in the 68 machine coming out strong, getting himself 10 points. 10 championship points and 1 playoff point already here in the Xfinity Series season opener. As now we get set for stage number 2. So Lando will be restarting out front for stage number 2 here with the 9 of Jim Milton in second, 5 of Playboy Icy in third, with the 51 of Dark Knight in fourth. It'll be Filsky in fifth, Ryan sixth, or THC Drip in sixth. And the 8 of Stag there in seventh in the 8 is these guys trying to hang on to it as they get up to speed. Coming around turn 4, the top groove is starting to drift back a little bit. Lando continues to lead. Playboy, our buddy Icy, trying to see what he can do with a little bit of help from Filski and Stag back there. Death Before Dishonor there in 5th as he moves underneath Stag. Pushes him up a little bit to move into the 4th spot. As now the field starts to drift back a little bit, trying to get a little bit of a run on 3rd place. Filski there. Death Before Dishonor in 4th and Volt Shockers in 5th. Ray Graham, aka Happy, chiming in. Lando is hard to beat at these super speedways. Yes, he is, and that's exactly why I picked him to win. Both Icy and Filski showing they've got some speed going as well here. This field starts to go out single file. Filski trying to get a little bit of a run. He's got some help from Death Before Dishonor up on the top side. But unfortunately, they just lost their speed. And Death is able to fall back in line, but Filski is drifting back. Moves Volt Shockers into 4th, Dunlap into 5th. Oh, big hit from Biker back there in the 13 there in turn 2. Not sure if this is going to bring out a full course caution. Nope, we are still up to speed. Maybe this will bring out a manual. We'll have to wait and see when they come to the line. Running single file as we follow along with Lando and Playboy Icy. Death Before Dishonor in 3rd. With Volt Shockers back there running in 4th. Dunlap in 5th. That's Jim Milton back there in the 9 and 6 spot. And the 98 has worked his way back up through the field to get in the 7th spot. Mikey Dan Man Sr. off to try and come up with a shortcut name. Maybe Mikey might work for you. Rise running in the 8th spot. Right now with the 19 machine of Tasker running in 9th. And Filski back there in the 10th spot. And Icy with a heck of a push on Lando brought out to a huge lead, but here comes Death Before Dishonor with a run. Wasn't quite able to have Volt Shockers tuck along with him, but here comes Jim Milton. And wow! Death Before Dishonor with a power move all the way around the outside. Tasker can sneak up on you sometimes. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets towards the front. Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Mikey Dan Running up in 5th now. Right behind Volt Shockers.
Whoa.
As it now looks like the field... Power move by Death, says I shoot, and I agree 100%. So now Death leads, Lando Extendo in 2nd, Icy in 3rd, Volt Shockers in 4th, with Mikey in 5th, Rye running in 6th, and Jim Milton running there in 7th. I'm looking forward to some good things from Jim Milton this year. He had some races where he was running really well. If he would have ran the full season, he might full well have been in the championship 4 instead of myself last season here in the Xfinity Series. Icy trying to take a look around Lando, but nothing happening this time. Wonder if he's going to fall back a little bit, try and pick up Volt Shockers and maybe get a run going. As he tucks right back up behind Lando Extendo. 2 guys to beat right now is going to be Death before Dishonor as well as Lando, especially if Death can get that run like he had before and just blast right by both Icy and Lando if they're working together. So we've got 7 guys in this lead pack. Let's fall back a little bit here, check up on some guys further back. That's MF Brown back there behind the 51. That is Dark Knight, and the 21, that is Big Country. It's now MF Brown trying to get around Big Country all by himself, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. We've got a bunch of cars trying to work together there as well. Dunlap, Bilski, and Tasker working together, and they're going to dive down into the pits. So pit stop starting already here at Talladega Superspeedway at the Season 5 season opener. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire pit stop for both Tasker as well as Dunlap. As now we have our leaders coming down pit road here. Jim Milton and a bunch of other guys further back as well. Looks like Filski may have taken 2 tires, gotten out well before everybody else did. Wonder if we might have had some speeding penalties here. Mikey Dan coming out of the pits. Volt Shocker, not sure if he stayed out. Well, he may have made a pit stop earlier, but let's wait till this gets cycled through. Nice pin entry from lead pack, says Happy, and I agree. A little bit of lag there from Milton maybe as those two guys are having trouble getting apart. Either that or they just stayed right there together. So as we get up to speed here, it looks like from the front view, it looks like Lando is going to be your leader with Icy in second and Jim Milton there in third. Good run for them. See if we can cycle around, find some of these other guys here that were up front. Death Before Dishonor running with Visceral Killer, as well as Dark Knight, MF Brown, and Big Country. Cycling back up front, Volt Shocker running. Oh, is he down on power? No, he's just by himself, so he might be a lap down at this point. So as Lando continues to lead, Icy in second, with Jim Milton there in third. We'll cycle around a little bit. Looks like the main battle back here in the pack is with Dark Knight, Visceral Killer, Death Before Dishonor, MF Brown, and Big Country. As it appears that MF Brown just having trouble staying behind the rest of the pack there. So it looks like he's just going to tuck in behind everybody else in this 5-car run. We ride on board with Playboy, see if he can try and work his way around Lando, get a little bit of help from Jim Milton back there. looks like this pack has broken up a little bit as Filski and Mikey have caught up, or have been caught up by Volt Shockers, as well as Dark Knight, Visceral, Death, and Big Country. They're working the top side as it looks like another round of pit stops is happening. Whoa, and Filski missed the pit road. He spins there at the exit of the pits. Tough break for the number one machine. Now the leaders are making yet another round of pit stops here. Big Country is in. Death Before Dishonor, Visceral.
It's the same as Raw.
Now the field is really spread out. I'm wondering if we might be in the final stage of the race here. As it looks like both Jim Milton and Icy have gotten around the 68 of Lando Extendo. And looking at a live stream for Rye right now, it does look like Volt Shockers in the 22 is our current leader. There he is, running all by his lonesome, with Dark Knight not too far behind him, but Dark Knight is starting to gain. Not 100% sure if that's for position or not. But Dark Knight is around. Riding on board with the 22 of Volt Shocker now. So maybe the 22 just has yet to pit. Maybe not. But it does look like we are coming down to the end of this race here. we will stick with our leader Volt Shockers here.
I don't want to pay for either.
And that might be the race right there. As Volt Shockers comes across the line. Either picks up the win or picks up the stage. Nope, that was the win. So Volt Shockers with the win. Lando Extendo in second. Come on, Rye, buddy, scroll up. So apparently there may have been 2 required pit stops as Volt Shocker only pit 1 time while the rest of the field pit twice, making Lando Extendo in second, Jim Milton in third, and Icy in fourth. Almost over. So unfortunate, or with that being said, Volt Shockers with your unofficial win. Lando Extendo in second and Icy in third. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. So we wish you all a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow for the Cup Series race. Have a good evening, everyone.